If you don't mind, later I want you to see even like fast one of the screams, because I have a problem, and is that even if I almost always get ahead in gold,
Mm-hmm.
like 3k ahead, I think I need someone to play with me to start the action, and I can't really just do it myself.
So basically, like, your issue is that you are not, like, you just don't know what to do once you get lit, right? Because, like, you really you feel that you are really dependent on your team to do something and, like, to engage first and stuff. And since they don't engage, then you get irritated, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Something like this, yeah. Okay. I mean, it makes sense because, like, some of for example, like yesterday I was watching Screams a bit, like you played, I mean, especially like the Twitch game, and I mean, that's obviously it's obviously the way for you to play the game. Like, you cannot just go, on the Twitch and fucking open on 5 people solo, That's not how the game works. Like, you
Yeah.
need your team to help you open. That's mostly like that mostly comes with communication. I mean, obviously we are gonna do that as well. Also after this session, I will just do a doc for you. Like, since we are gonna be working on long term, kinda, I will just do a doc for you for like long term improvement plan, and so you will see like what plans I have for you and like what how we are gonna fix your problems, because like
Okay, thanks.
yeah, every question I ask is like, what would you do in game if you were right now, and
Okay.
not what you did in game.
Okay.
Like, first thing, like, imagine you're loading into the game right now, right fucking now. Like, what do you think?
I think that I have to be care of Jarvan that can level 2 bot and shut me down. And Dix is probably going to fight for the push because he has TP and Comet and he can just spam spells. So I want to take Prio as fast as I can. Uh, but these ones, I'm sure Jarvan is not gonna gank me level 2.
Okay. So how do you deal with that?
Uh, I can, if their bot doesn't leash, I can just aggro the minion wave to let them push and maybe place a ward in the tree bush just to be sure. And uh, I will just take level 2 before because he lost a minion of exp, and I will try to align them level 2.
Okay.
And I wanna make sure if uh, them both the both junglers work towards bot lane, I have to help Rel because she doesn't win against Jarvan.
Okay. Also, thing is, what if they don't leash? What do you do?
But I don't teach. I don't leash either. I will just take prior with Q and autos because Alistar is useless level 1 while Silas can help me. But I need to have the 3 bash worded anyway in case.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about like about the three bush ward, because I think it's like really bait actually against like level 2 especially. Because
Okay.
thing is with the tree bush and like junglers that can level 2, right? They usually have like really great mobility spells, so Jarvan can just guess his EQ, right? So he can do something like this and
Yeah.
then go like this, and then he will just wait for EQ and then go on you. He can also just fucking flash over this and then EQ save EQ on you and blow your summoners, then just clear and then come back bot, and you have no sums, so you cannot really play.
Okay.
That's also a thing. So like this ward is kind of useless because it is a fake ward, It is a fake protection because he can always do like this. And the higher
So I
level you go, he will actually do this instead of just running like an ape through this,
okay.
So the best way to counter it, like the absolute best way to counter it, is to just to not place this ward because it's like kind of useless, but to place either I mean, you can place this ward or you can place this ward. This ward is generally better because it just covers so much things. Okay, so this ward
Yeah.
covers if he goes like this ward covers if he goes like this. Like, it basically covers every fucking gank every gank pattern, So he cannot go like this, he cannot go like this. Like the only way he can potentially get on you if he goes like fucking this, and then he's like, I don't know, he's fucking psycho. Like he will never do it, you know? No one will ever fucking do it. So this ward is pretty reliable. And this ward is also fine. Like it's not too good, but it's not too bad. It's better than the Tribush ward, kinda. But this is your kinda go-to ward. Like you wanna place it like kinda always, because and even later in the lane, it's not only to counter like the level 2 gank, you know, it is also a way to counter level 3 gank. So for example, let's assume the situation where you're like crushing 3 waves, right? And after a second wave, like after all the last hits are gone, like after you last hit everything, this is like the third wave that arrived and you have the push. You can just go. Yep. You can just go and drop a ward here, because first of all, it's kind of fast to place. It's really fast. It's you need to go like less distance compared to if you were going to put the ward in the tree bush. And second of all, this ward is simply way more proficient than the tree bush ward, because the tree bush ward never covers this. Okay.
Okay.
And on blue side, if you play blue side, it is basically like this ward is still superior to a ward like this, because this ward does not cover this. Like the guy can just hack the wall and then gank you, and this ward does not see it.
Yeah.
Unless you place it on some really, you know, edge, but it's better to not flip. Like this ward is objectively better, like pretty much every time in the lane, so just abuse that. So should not really tunnel vision on like the Tribush ward, this ward is like objectively better, like almost every time. Okay. And also thing is, you could probably like even fucking zone them off. Like level 1, you should just fucking fight them, honestly. Like you should just fucking fight them. Like you have ignite on. They have no ignite. They have like what is this? They have one fucking combat summoner. You also have one, but the ghost is like way more useful than the TP.
Yeah, with the strongest.
This term, yes, you can just always like crush the wave, like you don't really care about his TP. And also like those two champions, I mean Ziggs is kinda annoying, like level 1 he can be annoying, but it's not the best champion level 1, and Alistar is like, I don't know, medi creep level 1, so you can just fucking fight them. You can even cheese them in like front bush of the lane, or tree bush. As well can be the case. Also, by the way, why do you go tempo this game?
To be honest, I really like the summoner spell, and I just don't enjoy playing Aid of Blades.
The issue with like little tempo here is that you basically like you cannot really like stick onto someone and perma auto, right? Like you cannot really do that. Like,
but even if I go because I went AD this game, and even if I go AD, you think is Aid of Blade is better?
I think even like if you first of all, like even with lethal tempo, like a P version with like basically you go like Nashor's maybe wait either Nashor's or static first item into Nashor's, and then you go like Ginsu. It basically deals more damage than the Kraken Navori build. Obviously, like if you enjoy Kraken Navori really much, then you can still go it. If you play a game like here,
because we were all AP, so I had to go AD.
I mean, yeah, okay, sure, why not? Thing is, if you go like you can still go AD with like Hell of Blades, but then you kinda adapt. Like this game, you cannot really hit anyone. Like you cannot really hit, because like if Jarvan just goes on you, you have to just fucking run away. You cannot really hit Ziggs because he outranges you. Talia outranges you. Queen just is a threat on you, so just go. And she's also really hard to like perma hit and stuff. So just go Hell of Blades and just adapt your build to like a Storm Razor or something instead of Kraken, because you cannot really utilize Kraken in this game. And like even though Storm Razor is like, Kraken is way superior to Storm Razor in most cases in games like this, where you cannot really hit and use the Kraken value, then Storm Razor is like superior to it.
If I didn't have this much AP, static against Ziggs was going to be so good.
Yeah, it's fun. you have like a click binded to like so you do A and then you left click, right?
Yep.
Okay, just to make sure. Also turn on the shadows like it's useless. And so it also grabs your attention, just turn it off. Like you can play with like decently high settings, like you can even play like everything at max, but just turn off the visual effects that don't really do anything for you.
Okay.
That can distract.
Yeah, this was so weird.
What is your Silas doing?
Don't ask me.
Okay.
We had a word and we knew that Jarvan was starting topside.
Okay.
So I just push the wave even before it crashes. So Ziggs can't use his spell on me if you wanna play. And now I try to zone them.
Wait, what? You said you wanna push the wave before it...
No, I started pushing the first wave, so he has to use his spell on the wave to farm and don't get too pushed, and he can't harass me anymore.
I mean, the way you basically avoid harass, like every time you can just stand outside of the wave and then he has to choose between hitting you and hitting the wave, right? And obviously if you have the push into him, then and the minions are dying and shit, he will choose the wave over you. So you don't necessarily need to like push it into him, because if you just stand outside of the wave and your Silas stands outside of the wave, he will just choose this. And then even if he pokes you down, but your wave state is good, it's still really good for you because you get to reset and he will not, and he will eventually miss some last hits.
Okay.
Also, what wave are we crashing? And I mean, the wave we crashing is actually what you should think in the comes to like, I mean here.
Usually when I'm playing solo queue, I just try to do the thing that benefits me the most.
Okay.
So once I thought I was safe from Jarvan, I just kind of improvised the wave. Like, if you see, I tried to let the wave to not crash in the second wave because I wanted to fight them with the level advantage. But then when I couldn't do damage anymore, I just pushed it to be safe from Jarvan.
Okay. I mean, there are basically like 3 different options of how you crash. Like first crash, okay? 3 different options. First is basically you crash second wave, and what does it give you? It basically gives you, because the crash is like at this time, right? This time, the 3 camp junglers, like if this guy does 3 camp and looks somewhere, he will be ganking someone at around this time, okay? So what does second wave crash do? It's basically completely neutralizes the 3 camp into gank threat. Okay. Completely neutralizes it. And also what it does, like the second thing, what it does is basically it makes the bounce back into you faster, so you can potentially set up kills with your jungle or for yourself. If you feel that you can, for example, run down this lane completely, you can just do second wave crash. So the wave bounces faster, and then they have to walk up for the last hits when the wave bounces on like the 4th wave, and then you can just run them the fuck down, like when they fuck up.
But if I know that Jarvan is coming bot as well, shouldn't I give Prio on the 4th wave for Scuttle?
A 4th wave? I mean, that's the issue with like okay, so these are the benefits, okay? These are the benefits. It's basically okay, I'll just do it like this, yeah. It's basically, first is fast bounce, the benefit of second wave crash. It is the faster bounce, so the wave gets to this state, but way faster compared to like 3 wave crash or 4th wave crash, because on the 4th wave, it is gonna be already like stuck here. And another benefit is that you are completely like, you know, safe from the level 3 gank. But the issues of this, the downsides, is that your opponent gets level 3 faster. And another downside is that you might not be able to freeze the wave because it might get too big and the enemy jungle can come, and then like if you don't freeze, the enemy just gets a free base, okay?
Okay.
That's what might happen as well, okay? So enemy might crash. Okay, just like this. Yeah, okay, so another I'm just gonna like quickly like introduce to like first wave crash. So even if you know, like just tell me, you know. So like we just do it faster. But I think it is just way too important, you know, to remember. Okay, so third wave crash, what do you think it does for you?
I have I think I have like 30 seconds before or even more before scuttle, so I can just take the free recall and get ahead, help the jungler.
Basically, it
And
provides you a lot of tempo, right? It provides you a
Yeah.
lot of tempo, yeah. It gives you a lot of tempo to do something. So you get tempo to recall that you don't really get if you base after second wave. You get, because like this provides also a tempo, but it provides like way less tempo. It provides like, I don't know, 10 to 15 seconds for you to do something. The tempo after crash in 3 waves, because it is canon and 3 waves, is so big that you can do like a lot of shit during this time.
Okay.
So it is the main advantage and really good. Also, you get a decent amount of gold, so you can just base. Okay, decent amount of gold.
Yeah.
And also another benefit is that you get level 2 and level 3 faster always. So you can fight enemy on those timers as well. The disadvantage of this is that you are vulnerable to the level 3 jungle gank, okay? Like either 3 camp or 4 camp. This is the main disadvantage of this. But the way you actually salvage this is after the second wave, when you are crashing the third wave, you just go ward. You just go drop a ward in the river where I showed you. And this is how you completely like salvage this. Okay?
Okay.
But 3 wave crash is like, if you don't know what to fucking do in the game, like you don't know completely how to do waves, like you just autopilot and stuff, just do 3 wave. Like you cannot go wrong with that. As long as you ward after after we finish every last hit in the second wave, I will actually show you like in the replay. And the timer is basically like is gonna be for you like this. Like it's gonna be 2:23 or something. Like near this.
It happened something really weird after the 2 waves, because I didn't know if I had to recall or just cheese them, maybe
after 2 waves you never recall, because it is completely pointless to recall after second wave, because like you don't have any gold, right? You don't have any fucking gold. And another thing, that you don't really get that much time. I mean, that's what we talked about. Like this gives you a lot of tempo. This does not give you that much tempo. Like it's only 10 to 15 seconds. So you can go deep ward, for example. You can go quickly into the river and help your jungle fight. But you cannot really roam anywhere. You cannot really recall. You cannot really play for some like really weird roams and stuff. Like this is all what you accomplish when you crash third or fourth wave. Fourth wave, I think we just don't like consider it right now because it's too niche to do. Like it's and it's also really hard to do, because like you have to last hit, so you know you have to hit the wave like as little as possible for the wave to be able to crash it like on 4. Okay, just see how you play. Also, by the way, why do go 3-pot and not just refill?
Thought it was going to be like a fist fight and I needed as much health as I could, but it wasn't in this case.
I mean, thing is about Ziggs in general is it is the champion that kind of wants to skip lane, you know? Like he just wants to skip lane. Like obviously he can fight. Like if he has really strong support, like he has Nautilus or something, he can even fight to level 1. But if he does not have a really strong support, Alistar is like kind of AFK champion first waves. So you can just like he will not fight you, you know? Like it is, and it's not even about this champion, it's mostly about this. Like pretty much in every case, the lane is about the support. And how and what support is that? Because support can make a lot of unplayable ADC matchups playable, and support can be like completely AFK and just I don't know, like you have something like Kalista, Alistar, or into like, I don't know, Karthus or the Raven, whatever, and they will just completely give the prive because Alistar is just a useless champion, you know?
Yesterday I played against Ziggs Xerath and Ice Caitlyn, and it was so painful.
I mean, yeah, this game draft was completely doomed actually. So, and it's mostly because again, it is about the support, you know. It is about the support matchup. Like you have Xerath into Zyra, right? It is kind of fist fighting, and Xerath is supposed to be winning, so they will just fight you. And if you have like this, then it's like useless. They will not do it. They will not do shit. They will never go on you. Especially if you again stand outside of the wave. Okay, should just crush 2 because it's too late for you to, you know, to crush 3. Like, thing is about third wave crush is that if you over push wave 1, then the third wave is not really crushable. And the main way you salvage it, always, and never let your wave to be stuck in the state like this, for example, which is like really shit. The shit state, in my opinion, is when you cannot hit casters because they're like on the same line as turret, so you cannot walk up and hit them. This is what I consider a shit lane position, and the way you basically avoid it every time is just... Okay, I will just do 2 examples, okay, with the X and then with like the third wave, okay? So basically, if you wanna crush wave X or third wave, you wanna slow push wave X-1 and X-2, and then this wave is the one that you want to use all your spells on, and just one-shot it as fast as possible so you get more tempo to do something. You get more tempo to bully enemy under turret, you get more tempo to take plates, you get more tempo to move, you get more tempo to recall, right? So these are the waves that you get slight advantage, so you get like 1 auto advantage on the wave, and you slow push it as slow as possible, and this is the wave that you actually look to one-shot.
I think I fucked up with pushing the first in the first wave the minion.
Yes.
I insta-killed it and I fucked everything.
Yes, and League of Legends is a game about giving yourself as many opportunities as it possible. Even if you want to crush second wave, for example, in a game, you can change your mind and still want to crush third wave. So don't limit your options and just slow push you wanna crush third wave, for example, okay? And you don't want to limit your options. So you slow push this one, so you get slight minion advantage here, and then you slow push it. Here you slow push it again, and this is the wave that you actually use your spells on, and this is the wave that you actually one-shot. And the way you play the lane, like you just, like after you just, if you just Q, okay? If you just Q, you don't even auto, you don't really want to hit it anymore. Okay, even now, like you don't really want to hit wave more. Because enemy bot lane, unless Ziggs uses his spell on the wave, you don't want to use spells either. Like you get 1 auto advantage, and now every time Ziggs autos, you just match him. Or you just go fucking fight him. And if you can't fight, obviously you just match his auto, and then if he throws a bomb, you just throw your Q as well. Same logic, okay? This way you will not overpush waves, and this way you will not limit your options, so you will be able to crush third wave, fourth wave, like whatever the fuck wave you want. Like, and it's also applicable to like entire lane in phase. Because like right now it is like already kind of over. Like right now if you want to crush third, then you don't need to auto at all. Like you just hope that Ziggs kind of pushes it. Like he throws a bomb here, for example. I mean, it's still fine, you're getting your second wave crush. And then also important thing about all of this, about like the wave management, the wave that you actually want to crush, you want to push it as fast as possible, so you want to use every your spell on it, and like perma auto it, okay? And the reason... Yeah, I mean, you have last hit right now, yes, I know.
Yeah, it's because the enemy wasn't respecting my level 2, and I just fought them.
Yeah, it's fine.
I saw that they were walking into me and not playing safe,
It's
so
fine.
I waited to push.
It's fine. It's not bad. But now after this, you just continue pushing. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying about this situation in general. Okay, I'm just saying like in the future, like it is pretty applicable to every situation, because the faster you crush the wave again, the more tempo you will get, and the more time you will get to poke enemy or like to do like whatever the fuck you want, basically.
I didn't really know what to do now.
I mean, just go ward.
But I should have just warded the deep, no?
Yes, thing is about second wave, yeah. If you do the second wave crash, you have a lot of time to ward, like too much time to ward, because the next wave arrives not so fast, right? And but the thing is that you cannot recall, you cannot roam, you cannot do anything. Like you can only ward, and the best way to deep ward is probably. Okay, wait a minute. Open the Rift Kit again. Okay. The best deep ward for you, like for red side, I will show for blue side as well. The best way is to do like this. Okay, so you just go like here, and you place the ward here on the very edge of the bush, so it will spot the cracks. It will also spot the Jarvan pathing. Also, what you can do, I mean, you can go like here, but it is kind of too deep and it's kind of takes too long. You can also, if you don't want to place this ward, for example, you can also place a ward like here, and it will spot the red buff actually on the edge of the bush here.
Yeah.
It's also possible. And also, thing is about this ward is that you can even place it by going like here and then standing on the very edge here, and then you just place it like through the wall, and then it just shows you red buff.
Just because we didn't need them, we didn't need to ward the bushes. I think we could have even used it on tree bush and on river. We had 2 wards still, me and Silas.
I mean, I just think like after second wave crash, since you have the ward, have this ward already, just go ward here. Like.
Okay.
It's better. I mean, obviously, this ward is never bad. This ward is almost never bad, but if you can get a deeper ward, it is better. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I will show on blue side as well after second wave crash. Okay. On blue side, you can just place a ward like here.
Yep.
But you placed it more towards. Wait, I placed it incorrectly. You placed it more. You placed more towards here, so it spots the Gromp. Like you cannot place this ward the way so it spots the blue and the Gromp at the same time. You can only place it so it spots one, and you want it to spot the Gromp actually. Okay.
The thing is, I'm used to place this ward when I'm in blue side, but I don't deep ward when I'm red side.
I mean, now you know the spot for red side.
Yeah.
Just get a habit of warding here after if you crash second wave.
Okay.
Because like this ward, I mean, as we talked, it is like just useless.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what do you do with the waves now? With the waves now?
It's through Q. I will just keep the pressure on them, and if I see Jarvan, I have time to go away, unless he use the combo on the Drake Pit, and I'm fucked.
What pressure are you keeping by perma pushing them?
They can't move, and I think it's hard for Ziggs to last it under turret in the early levels.
Okay. Don't you think it is better if you just let them bounce and then they still cannot move until they crash a wave, and then you can just call your jungle level 3 and then you can just fight them, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
You can just fight 3v3, and since this champion is kinda useless early on, especially since he has like fucking mana crystal, what the fuck is he gonna do? And then you just fight them on the bounce when the wave is here, and it's GG, because like you don't really utilize your support as well if you just perma push. Like Silas is not a champion you want to push this with. It's basically like with the many champions, you don't really want to push if you just win at 3v3, because you can just since you crash the second wave, if you crash third, I mean obviously you can just reset and abuse it. If you crash second, then you just need to bounce and just go fight. Like,
Yeah. I should have just went back now.
Went back
I
in
think I
base,
was
or?
fast enough, no? Yeah.
I mean, if you want to base, then you basically do the thing where you just push. So like right now,
Yeah, but
if you
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
if
yeah.
you wanna base, then you wanna crush this as fast as possible. So
Yep.
because obviously it depends. It depends if you can base or no on the enemy like ADC and support. But those two just one-shot waves. Those two just one-shot waves. Like Alistar just walks into a fucking wave, presses QE, and then Ziggs just throws two bombas there, and GG, like wave is gone. So you need to crush it as fast as possible, so the next wave will arrive as as slow as possible to the lane, and you will actually get the time.
Just because, because he has TP, I think it was worth to insta push this and go back to take item and.
I mean, you have two options of how you are gonna base here. Two options. First wave. First way is you just get slight push here, slight push on this wave, since it's canon, and you may think that you cannot really push it fast enough. Then you can just get slight lead on wave, then just wait next wave, and then one shot the next wave since it's not canon, it's so easy, and then you just go base. And the another option is if you think that you can push it in time, then you just insta start shoving it.
I think I kinda sucks on jungle timers because one of the things I was keep thinking was just to help Rel steal the scuttle and don't let him to Jarvan.
I mean, don't tunnel vision too much on the scuttles and stuff. Like it's not really useful, you know, right now in the jungle. Yeah. It's not really useful. It is mostly about you just not dying and stuff, and especially since you are more of like competitive player compared to solo queue, like you just don't really play solo queue that much. Just don't tunnel vision on jungle needs, tunnel vision on your needs instead, you know? Because like in competitive, if your jungle needs something from you, he will just fucking tell you straight up.
Okay.
So like if you want to base, then you should just insta Q this. Insta Q, you should perma keep autoing this. I mean, you kept autoing, so it's fine. But you need to insta Q so the CD will actually come back like way faster.
Yep.
And also another thing, you want to, especially since you're playing duo queue, just make sure that your support understands what he's doing, and just tell him to stand outside of the wave. I mean, that's the thing that we talked about, right? Because if Ziggs has to choose between hitting you and hitting the wave, he might he throws away a bomb here, then your base will be way more cleaner, because the wave will be way bigger, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I think the best option here was
because here, right?
Yeah,
first of all, you should insta push, and your Silas should be pushing it as well. Because if Alistar just goes to trade, he just he just loses his entire HP bar, and then you are the ones basing as well. So he just cannot really play the game. And another thing, when you wanna push, then you just wanna make sure that you stand outside of the wave, and your Silas stands outside of the wave, so Ziggs does not throw bomba here. Or if he throws, he cannot threaten you, and you can just go trade with him.
Yeah, Alistar can't play the matchup.
So like here you just just W the cannon. Like it does not matter. Like you will not trade them anyway if you want to base. Just W, and then just retreat. And if you queued like earlier, as I said, you would have Q already, and you would just W this, Q this, and it's like completely gone, and then you insta base. Okay, what happened here?
I missed it.
I mean, it's fine. Okay, now you want to base, but you don't really want to necessarily, because those guys are so low, you can look to deny them. And you still have some mana, like even though you want to base for mana, you can still deny them for some waves. So your best prob here is probably to not shove this and then just what the fuck is Alice
Did you
doing?
see? Yeah.
That guy is
Master
so
MMR, by
that
the
guy
way.
is so reported. What the fuck? What did he just and he flashed before Q as well. Like what is this?
It's so cute.
But it's worse than fucking autofill, man. Autofills play better Alistar than this. Like, what the fuck?
Yesterday in Scream we tried a new support and he missed like 3 Alistar combos out of 4.
Okay, it's fine.
Here I didn't W flash because he still has his flash and I was hoping he would flash after mine, but he didn't.
Okay. Actually, you can probably even you don't probably even have to flash necessarily. Like you have E into just basically just don't try to auto him right now. Just go on there,
Yeah.
and then just E and then just auto W. Like your passive stacks
Yeah.
will not run out that soon. Okay, nice. Now we just shove. Now we base. Okay. Yeah, good. Your Silas. Yeah, he's roaming, so it's fine. But obviously your Silas should not roam right now. Like even though you based, like you can fight on the bounce with them. Like they have even though Ziggs has flash, like Alistar has no flash, you can just kill Alistar. Like you just
Yeah.
wanna fight on the bounce, so you want your support to know that. Like obviously even though your support is autofill jungle main, like I mean not autofill, you probably queued up support ADC, but like just tell him as you would tell to your support like in competitive, you know, like just need to
Yeah.
get this habit. Okay, how do you play waves now?
We're at the point where I'm fed and I don't want to freeze anymore. I just want to take as much plates as I can, but I don't see them.
I mean, your
So
silos
I
also
will
just
wait to
your
push.
silos also win traded and just you know died.
Yeah, I will not. I will just last it until I see someone, or until my Silas comes.
Okay. So by the way, you know a trick for the situations like this, okay?
No.
So you
Okay.
see that your silos just died, so you will be playing 1v2 lane. So instead of getting those 2 last hits, just walk up and
Okay.
pull the wave. This will make the wave push into you, and this way you will just last hit it in safety, you know? Obviously, if the
Yeah.
wave is close, you don't necessarily have to do it if the wave is closer, because the slow push will start building up like here. But in situations like here, where the wave just arrived, and it will not really, you know, stack up here, just walk up yourself and then make sure that you pull the wave.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so you don't really have to go up like this far, you know, because that's kind of far.
I think I've never done that.
I mean, just try it, like not too
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I could send you clips of that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can probably like, also you should probably just ward over this wall. Like if you hover it here, like since this ward got way easier to place, like before it was without like ranges and stuff, without showing wherever is it placed or not. But now since it's showing, it's really reliable ward. You just go here, you just hover this wall, and then you will see that the ward here is placeable.
Yes.
And here, since you cannot really face check, you cannot really do that, then just place ward here. Because like right now, if they did not base and Jarvan is here, they might actually collapse on you.
Yeah. It's risky.
Especially because like you have no flash and stuff, and like see how far you have to actually walk up.
Yep. I realized Ziggs couldn't follow up, so I wanted him to W me
Yeah, that's fine.
here.
I mean, the only thing that you should like once he actually W's, you should probably insta W yourself, like auto W, so your W hits 100%. I mean, this was a fine W as well.
Yeah, I tried to buffer the stun with my W.
Okay.
Silas support, by the way.
I mean, he just plays into the most useless, like, 2v2 bot lane ever. early on. Like, I don't know who. I don't know why the fuck do they woke up. Like, the wave is pushing into them. Like, they don't even have any last hits, really. Now, this is why you don't really want to push the wave that you don't want to crush, okay? So you want to crush the next wave, yes, because it is just gonna arrive too soon, and here, because you just one-shot this wave, it will just get stuck. And in another situation, it would make the difference. Okay.
I should have just went back. Yeah.
I mean, here.
This is fine.
Here you should just go here and then just press B. Because like you have already more than enough gold, you cannot really shove the next wave in time, and then you are gonna be alone, and you are half HP, so just based on grid, like you are greeting for nothing, kinda. Okay. I mean, the big issue with that is that you just lose one wave for free.
Yep.
Ah, you actually stay with this HP, okay.
Oh yeah, because I saw Ziggs recalling, and I knew Jarvan was top, so I stayed and
that's fine.
made him lose.
That's fine. Like, this is not fine. You greeting for a plate is not fine. And the way you fix it, like, most reliable way is you just understand that, like, you first of all, you cannot take, like, can you take another plate? You cannot. Second, do you actually need another plate? Like, will your base significantly improve if you get this plate? No, it will not. So just, just don't take it and just insta base. Okay, but here it's fine. If you see Ziggs recalling, yeah, it's completely fine. Now this game is kinda over for enemy, yeah. It's kinda fucking over. You can, let's see what runes you go. Why don't you go double adaptive, by the way?
Is it better?
Have you tried it? I think if you have like this and this, it is better.
Okay.
It just increases your damage like massively. It is like really good. Like, you just get plus 10 AD for free. Like, it's way better than this. Because you're not gonna be autoing that much. It is mostly about you just being comfortable with not canceling your autos and stuff, you know? So just go double adaptive. Like, if you don't cancel your autos. Yeah?
Alacrity is better?
Alacrity, I mean, it compensates for the lack of attack speed early game, because it gives you... Okay, so try this setup with this. But I mean, Bloodlane is kind of piece rune already. Like, it's kind of useless compared to Alacrity, but I mean, on some champions like Nyla, it can be used. But thing is that if you go like this, right, and then you are canceling a lot of autos, like, you see that it is way harder to play for you, and it might happen because you're too familiar with like this attack speed, then just try playing Alacrity, because Alacrity level 1 has like 3% attack speed increase, which actually makes up for your lack of attack speed in those runes, in the shorts.
Okay.
Yeah. Plans.
I think it was for the double exhaust, I expected Cartus to have either exhaust or TP, and Ezreal is going to have it as well.
Okay, sure. Then again, same thing. Imagine you're logged into the game. Okay, what do you think?
Yeah.
And also add like what how you want to play waves and stuff. Okay.
The thing that my problem in Seryy is that I don't know what to do because my jungler never speaks in champion select, and there are like so many options if like I have to leash or restart top bot, and I don't know anything.
Don't leash. Okay, don't leash. Okay, wait a sec. I just explained it fast. That the situations where you have to leash and where your leash actually makes difference, amount of those situations is way lower compared to an amount of situations where if you don't leash it is way better for the game, okay? So the only situations where you have to leash, I mean where it makes difference, your leash, is for example, your jungle is in a really aggressive matchup, something like this, okay? And if your leash saves the Kindred like 150 HP and gives her faster clear, it actually makes the difference. Because you won your Kindred, unless it completely fucks over your lane, but if it completely fucks over your lane leash, you should never even think about it. But if it does not, then it is in your interest to leash in situations like this, where your leash will actually make the difference and your leash will actually help out your jungle, because this champion kind of wants to permafight, and this is also really like, you know, aggressive jungle matchup. They both want to permafight. So if Kindred comes out of a full clear faster, or she just does like 2 camp faster, 3 camp faster, and she also saves bonus HP, it is really good for you. Also, it might be with Nidalee as well. Like Nidalee, I mean, Graves kind of has a healthy clear. Okay, wait, let me check the champions. I mean, can be with can be with Shake, or can be with Rek'Sai a bit, you know, stuff like this. I don't know. You have fucking Silos jungle for some reason, and you want to you don't want to lose the game, so you just leash him, you know, so he can fight at least. He can at least do something. And those are the only situations where you can leash, okay? In other situations, don't even think about leashing. Like, it's useless. The only situations where your leash will actually impact something. Because with, like, in this season, the meta for jungle is to, like, just full clear. Like, even on those champions, people will most likely full clear. So, unless it is vital matchup, unless your jungle will fight, you don't want to be leashing them, because it's like, just play for your lane better, you know. So, like, just don't tunnel vision on the jungle, focus on, you know, yourself, because, like, you cannot control this guy. Like, you may leash him, and then he will just go fucking invade level 2 and just die, you know, so...
Then, I know that Kha'Zix is strong level 3, but he has to full... In this meta, he's going to full clear, probably. So, because they Ezreal Yuumi, I can slow push and dive on the third wave with Silas. I think trading, like, his life for Ezreal is worth, because he's gonna lose anyway the wave. I got cleanse for his exhaust, should be kinda doable.
Mm-hmm. Not go D-shield into, like, as Ezreal Yuumi, like, they're not 3D, you know? Like, if it is Ezreal Karma or something, if there is a champion that can actually give Ezreal the push, then you should just go D-shield. In most cases, you should go D-shield on Nyla, but in, like, this case, you can just go, like, longsword refill, like, be a really greedy guy, especially since, like, you know, it is like low master / diamond solo queue, so this guy is probably really bad at the game. So just ego him and go refill. Or you can go like longsword and tripod and not ego him.
One thing I really like is the longsword when I'm not against poke matchups, because in the first recall I just buy the Serrated Dirk and I can stomp the lane.
I mean, here even though it's kinda poke matchup, can Ezreal push you? No, he cannot, because you just fight him, you know? You just fight them and you just win. And so to fight them and win, just go longsword tripod. And it applies to most ADCs as well. And with like, I see a lot of people going D-Shield, I mean, D-Blade right now still, even though in most of the games, in like 90% of the games, Longsword is just better, okay? Because like, about D-Blade is that even if you're playing against something like Nautilus, Rail and stuff, the thing about those guys is that there are, I don't know, like limited amount of matchups where if you don't go D-Blade, you get completely one-shot in one trade. Because usually the melee supports, they just trade you one time, they poke you, and then they go on you again, and then since you are way lower on HP, they just kill you. So if you have Longsword and 3-pot, you can actually sustain this first trade. It is still fine for you, you know, because they cannot kill you in the second trade. They have to trade with you again before they put you in the execution range. So like most of the games, like 90% of the games, you want to be going Longsword on like normal ADCs. On Nyla, obviously if you are playing against some cancer lane that you cannot really survive without D-Shield, then you just go D-Shield.
This was so weird. Skip it.
This ward, by the way, if you wanna place this ward, or you want someone to place this ward is fucking useless. Place a ward here, or place a ward here.
Yeah.
It gives way more info because it gives like entire information on the pathing. Because if the guy, for example, starts red and does
You see the buff on
this, yes, you see him with the buff and stuff. If he starts blue, the ward will last long enough to see him. And you will just open up, click on him, see his buff, see his CS, and yeah. And you see, and you know his entire pathing.
Don't watch, please.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, if you play like this, then yeah, you need fucking D-Shield, not gonna lie. If you have D-Shield, you can actually give the push probably. If you have Longsword, you should just fucking Q the wave and
She
just
was
push.
coming too near, so I just fought him.
By the way, Yuumi level 1 right now is the most useless thing ever. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, she has no range. Like, it's literally like this. I'm not even joking, by the way. It's literally like this. And second of all, even if she does a passive proc, it's fucking useless. Like, it does nothing. So just go fight her. Like, she's just trolling. Like, just go fight Ezreal. Just go fight Yuumi, no? What is your support doing? Who is this guy? I don't know what is
I
this
don't know
Yuumi
why
doing.
she's dying.
I
She
don't
was
know what
dying.
I don't know. It's so weird.
I noticed that a lot of people don't know how much exp I needed to get level 2.
I mean, it's low master, man. It's low master level. Who do you think this guy is?
Yeah, but it's the bare
A
minimum.
human player? Nah, man. Like, he's low master, high diamond. Like, no way this guy knows shit about this game. Like, he's just so bad. People say it is inflation. I say it is, like, you know, it is the diamond moment. Because, like, even before, diamond players would not know this. Like, so...
Okay, here I just wanted to push the next one to dive them.
Or yeah. In the worst case scenario, you can just base and it's also fine, you know? Like if jungle just shows on bot and then you're not sure if you can actually dive, then you can just base and you still get advantage.
It's because we had the word and we knew that Kha'Zix probably wasn't here yet.
No, I mean, so but it's good what you did. Like you just base, you still get the advantage. Like they don't have bots anymore. Ezreal is also limited on mana, so right now you can just fight them.
Yeah.
Or they have to bleed the minions, which is also fine.
Now they can't play the game anymore.
Yes, it's good. Like you don't necessarily have to dive to get advantage. Like you can just crash like this and then, like, you know, you already have the advantage.
Yeah. The thing is that as an ADC in solo queue, I feel the need to take the turret as soon as possible to impact the game.
Against Ezreal or with Ezreal?
No, in general, I just want to take the first turret so I can go top and and maybe put their top behind and stuff.
I mean, in law, yeah, it is fine. Like, it is fine.
That's why in solo
For
queue
current games.
it's hard to see me freezing. I just try to get everything I can.
I mean, basically, okay, you can freeze, and it is just that people usually don't understand the point of freezing. The point of freezing is not that you perma freeze, and this guy cannot walk up for freeze. The point of freezing is to freeze until the moment where you think that you can slow push into him, dive, recall, and then come back, and then dive him again, you know? Like, the main point is to get to the point where you can just take the turret. Take as many plates as possible. And you usually do it by just being so over-leveled compared to him that you can just straight up dive him. Or you can just take like a really good trade with him, so he has to base, and then you just take the turret in his face. Like, you just... It's not like that you should never freeze, it is mostly that you should just know the point, like, know why are you freezing, and what is the point until which you are freezing, you know?
Yeah.
Here, really good, like, you see that Kha'Zix is twin trading, so... Pretty chill.
We were going to dive this as well.
Okay. It's fine, just leave. Wait, what the fuck? It reaches? What?
Yeah.
It is like, what the fuck? What? Nah, but your champion is so broken. What the actual fuck is this range? It's like Jaxki or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had ADC, you know, like Delta Land, and this guy, like, he was good, but he told me that, like, he would rather play fucking Vayne than Nile. And nah, man, you cannot be saying like this. It's so stupid.
He jumped in my ulti.
Okay, I mean, but the game is fucking over. Like, yeah, it's over. You just get one plate, wave, then you base. Yeah, you base, okay. And now it's fucking over completely. Yeah. Okay, I think we can wrap it up here actually. Like, I will send you the vods for now.
I just didn't see me doing this many mistakes in a wave. I thought I was a little better, but
I mean, it is not about making mistakes. It is mostly about having thought process behind what you're doing. You know, it's not just like your wave management can be not terrible, but until you actually start thinking about it and start simplifying things into habits, then it will not be good. You know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for everything.
Yeah, no problem. Same on.
Bye.